Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, part 2 of Training Made Simple today, and today we are looking at probably what's the most scariest part of training, which is the calendars and the schedule tab. Now if you haven't checked out the first video, make sure you go check that out. I'll leave a little card up there right now for you. It is all in sections this, so it's important that you go from part 1 to part 4 if you're wanting to get a grasp of the basics of all the training nuts and crannies that goes on. Alright guys, let's get into it. Make sure you smash a like on today's video for me. Let me know if you are following this series down below. Let me know if you've ever dabbled with this and decided against it. We're going to go through it today. I'm going to give you 3 or 4 different ideas from leaving it completely to your assistant manager all the way from setting up your own schedule. Alright guys, let's get into it. So in the first video, we spoke about the difference in sort of like general training sessions and match preparation. Remember, general training sessions are to improve attributes over time. Match preparation not only is for the up and coming game, but it also involves improving the individual roles that you've put in the individual training. Okay, so we need to get that balance right. It's important to get that balance right. So, option 1, you completely leave it to your assistant manager. Okay, now, as you can see, my assistant manager has come in, he's doing an attack style for this final week. He's got a match preview in there, which is good. There's a recovery in there, which is good. One thing that he's not got is much else in terms of match preparation. No training sessions. So if we go into, let's just click this button here so we can get into it. Match preparation, look, you've got match tactics, a session focused on preparing the team tactically for the up and coming game. Teamwork, a session dedicated to moulding individuals in an effective team ahead of the up-and-coming match. Defensive shape, a session focused on defensive unit and the roles they will play out for the up-and-coming match. Important for the next video. Attribute, individual roles. Attacking movement, a session focused on the attacking unit for the up-and-coming game. Once again, important for the individual training for the next video. Attributes, individual roles. And then match practice, a full 11-a-side match with a focus on the next fixture, impacts individual roles. So you've got a whole array of different things for you to do. So leaving it to the assistant manager, yes, he's going to prepare you a little bit, but he'll only put in a match preview, which is just basically, I imagine you, the players coming in and you showing a few analytic things about the opponent, maybe going through set piece and stuff. It will have obviously what's the impact it has on. Let's see what they've got. Team cohesion increased. Tactical familiarity, because you sat there learning about the roles, the tempo and such. So, and then sharpness slightly increased. I imagine that's because obviously they're not doing a physical training session. So he does bits, but not enough. So option number 2 is to allow the assistant manager to it and you to go into tweak. Now there's one thing that if anything I want you to tweak when you go in is make sure you have these 3 things in your training session, either in one block of a week or spread out during the week if you can. The 3 are match practice, attacking movement, and defensive shape. As you can see, it's part of the match preparation. They are key for the next video, as we spoke about. Obviously, they're preparing your team for the next game, so they're preparing our team for attacking movement for I-bar, defensive shape against I-bar, and match practice 11-a-side match. Doesn't do conditions greatly reduced, injury risk greatly increased. It's fine. Don't worry, 11-a-side match, it'll be quite common. I've done it not the day before a game, it's right in the middle of the week. You should be fine. And then for the rest of the week, it's entirely up to you. So you might have noticed in the last few weeks, you've started conceding a few goals from free kicks and stuff. So you can go into your session and just change things. So we're going to do set pieces, we're going to do defending corners. All right? You can tweak as you go. So there's a whole host of different sessions. So there you go. Option 2. That's the one that I started with. I just went in and started changing a few things, making sure there were set pieces. As I said, the assistant manager does you sort of like, maybe, say 70%. We'll go on 70%. You tweaking probably gets you up to 80%, as long as you put in those 3 things and then you do the individual training in the next video. All right? So simple, takes what? A minute at the most. You could do it as a block. The training sessions, even though we're sort of like last game of the season now, the whole month ahead will be all set out for you, so you can go in, you know when your fixtures are, so you can go and do it. Takes you maybe about 3 or 4 minutes to click through, change the sessions for the whole month. Okay, so that is option 2. Option 3 is you now taking over general training. All right, so in the calendar, you have a whole host of different presets. They are completely different. So you've got pre-season ones, you've got tactical styles. So let's just go on Gegenpress. It sets us up attacking, match practice, match defending from the front, obviously defending engaged, transitions and pressing. All right, once again, these can be tweaked. So if you want to change something for the last session, you want to put attacking patient in or something, put in the match preparation, the attacking movement, the defending, the defensive shape, all things that I've spoke about in option 2 to get yourself in. So you can do that, and then you can just do as you please. You know, if you're starting to think maybe, yeah, we're really struggling defensively, let's have, obviously I can't click this, but there's no reason why you can't maybe do a full month of training working on the defensive aspect of the game. If anything, I would just make sure maybe from one of the sessions, you'd maybe just put a little bit of attacking in there. If you go on general here, it does a whole host of it, so it's a very generalised. A session focused on the attacking side of the game. So you maybe just put one of them in. If you're going to do loads and loads of defensive work, your attackers aren't going to get much. Maybe just sprinkle a couple attacking sessions in, just to balance it out with the units. Remember the units that we talked about in video 1. All right, so there's option 2. It's, you know, there's nothing wrong with the presets. As I keep saying, unless you do something stupid and you decide to go in the day before a game, I'll have to remember to change these round, and do endurance training, and do some quickness training the day before a game, and the day after the game we're gonna play an 11-a-side match preparation game. We're gonna do some match practice. Just the basics that you don't really need to think about too much, as long as you're half switched on. It's just simple things that you put in, and apart from that, you're not going to go a lot wrong. As I said, the players in the individual training, if you click on here, detailed, go down to training happiness, they will tell you if there's something wrong with your training. And the final option is making a schedule yourself. Okay, so this is what I suggest you do. We click on schedules, select a set schedule, go to create a schedule. As you can see, the whole week is rest. Okay, press confirm, save it, call it blank. This is what I do. Make sure it's saved. Go back into your calendar, custom schedules, blank. And then what it does is it completely wipes out the training sessions apart from recovery and match preview. It sets you up nicely for the week. So you can go in. I'm going to set up a session for the week. Right, we've only got one game. So I'll tell you what, on the Thursday, I'm going to get my match preparation in. We're going to do match practice. We're going to follow it up with defensive shape. And we're also going to follow it up with defensive shape. Remember those 3 that I spoke about. We aren't doing, on the Sunday, it is the end of the season, but we'll pretend it's not. Let's get them in for recovery. And we're going to, if it was any other game of the season, we would probably review it. So match preparation, review. That review, as far as I'm aware, is only available... Yeah, it is only available the day after the game. Okay, so we've just played Granada. We're actually on this day today, so we can still tweak it on the day. Look, match preparation. We're going to put a match review in. So we're having a recovery, a rest, and a match review. We've got that. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, it's just for you to decide, you know, what you do. Now, at the moment, defensively, we're quite good. We've got a lot of good defensive players. If anything, we need to improve on the attackers, their attacking attributes. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go into attacking. Think about the style of play that you're putting in. So we play with wingers. We generally have wingers. So we might go with that. We might put a double. Let's put a double in there. Let's go attacking and attacking overlaps, because I do like my fullbacks to get forward. And then on the Wednesday, we may go in again. Attacking, we'll go attacking patient. Now, remember, each card tells you what it's getting worked on. So don't think, because I've got a whole host of attacking sessions in there, that the defenders are literally stood on the side of the pitch not doing anything. They're always involved. So we go on attacking possession, look, they're getting worked here. The defensive unit, only 20%, but they're getting worked a little bit. So they're working slightly on their marking, their tackling, their aggression, anticipation, decisions, and position. That's the defensive unit. So that is everybody that you've got selected in here. All right. And then for the rest of the week, as I said, we may go in. We're trying to keep, we're quite technical. The Bilbao say if we do play sort of like a patient style, so ball retention would be good. There's one option. Obviously on the match prep as well. As always, we conceded a lot from set pieces, so let's do defending. We'll do defending from free kicks because we seem to concede a few of them. And there you go. Oh no, let me tweak that. That should be a attacking movement. And there you go. You've set it up. All right, boys. So that is it. Now, you can go through and do schedules, but remember, you will have games, especially for us at the moment, Bilbao. We play Thursday nights in the Europa League. So that means we'll either play Sunday and Monday in the league. So you need a schedule for pretty much Sunday, Thursday. You need a schedule for Sunday, Mondays. You need a schedule for when you play only one game a week. So we could either play Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We also play league games on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, cup games Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So if you're wanting to get it absolutely nailed on and everything set in here, there's going to be a lot of sessions for you to do. You can go in and click match day and set yourself up, and it will then automatically put in a preview, a match and a recovery. But as I said, you're going to have to do, if you're going to do some attacking weeks, defensive weeks, maybe some physical weeks, there's going to be a lot of stuff in there for you to do. My preference, my honest preference, and what I like to do is, as I said, I would go back into the calendar and put a blank in. That's what I would do, and set yourselves up. I would maybe do it 3 or 4 weeks ahead, just in case you don't forget to do it. I would go ahead and maybe do, a full month. Start of the month when you get your finances in, your financial report. Maybe just go back in and set it up for the next 4 weeks. That's what I do, and then I tweak as I go. The fixtures are already in there for you, and then just go through. And as I said, get those 3 things in: defensive shape, attacking movement, match practice, and I'll explain all that in tomorrow's video, which is all about match preparation. Alright guys, hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully it makes sense. I've tried to keep it as simple. I've not gone into the absolute minute details, but I think your assistant manager will do 70% of it anyway for you. 80% I think if you tweak. Can we get it up? Get it up to 90%, get those match preparations in, and do tactics that are really based on what you want to improve in your team and what your team is tactically doing. As I said, there's no point doing direct play if you're doing a little bit of tiki-taka. All right, so think about your style, how your team's performing, and then set it into the schedule. Honestly, boys, it's easy. It takes a little bit of time, takes a few minutes every sort of like, depending how quick you play the game. 5 minutes work per calendar month in the game. Job done. And it's enjoyable. I've got into it and I've really enjoyed doing it. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know down in the comments if you're gonna, let me know which stage are you gonna do. Are you gonna do your assistant and tweak? Are you gonna do the presets and maybe tweak them? Or are you gonna go in full 2-footed and use a blank template and set it up yourselves? Alright guys, thanks for watching. Take care. See you later.